Our president had such a lasting impact on so many people across the country and here in D.C. Joining us right now to talk more about his legacy is Joe Francovilio, the Deputy Executive Director with the Maryland Democratic Party. Joe, I want to say good morning to you. We appreciate you spending some minutes with us early this morning. When we talk about President Carter, his achievements post-presidency, right, really set him apart. So talk to us about the work he's done and the message that really sends about who he was as a person.
Yeah, I really appreciate you having me on early in the morning here to talk about the life and legacy of President Carter. I mean, you really have to talk about both his presidency and his post-presidency. He left office at age 56, lived to be 100, and spent nearly the 5 decades after leaving the presidency dedicated to helping folks across the world, whether it be spreading peace and democracy through the Carter Center or eradicating disease. One of the most famous things that he did was trying to eradicate guinea worm across the world. And a famous quote that he said was he hoped to see the last guinea worm die before he did. And it's nearly 100% eradicated, which is an unbelievable public health achievement that President Carter is responsible for in the Carter Center and all that work there. So he was a Nobel Peace Prize winner, Habitat for Humanity. The list goes on and on and on. And he was really just a champion around the world and did so much good for so many folks that it's really hard to overstate how important of a figure Jimmy Carter was, both in the Democratic Party in America, but also across the world.
Yeah, I mean, just a life dedicated to service is really incredible. I want to spend a moment right now talking about his presidency, too. He came into a really challenging term, right? Can you talk about a little bit about how he handled those challenges and what he was a champion for?
Yeah, he came in at a very tough time. He came in at a time when the American public was really questioning both elected officials and government as a whole, because it was right in the aftermath of the Watergate experience. And so he really wanted to restore both trust and transparency to government, and he wanted to lead as a moral leader. So he did some things that are still seen in the presidency today. He released his tax returns. He instituted inspectors general across 12 different agencies. He also put his peanut farm in a blind trust to avoid any appearance of impropriety, which is a quaint issue today. And so he battled through a lot of tough domestic issues like the energy crisis, but he fought to strengthen Social Security. He raised the minimum wage, and he actually left office after 4 years, creating over 12 or 10 million jobs, which is one of the largest job creation moments for a presidency in the last 100 years. So a really impressive feat by him. And on the international stage, he was no stranger either. He brokered the Camp David Accords, which normalized relations between Israel and Egypt, and was really a breakthrough in the Middle East for relationships with Israel as well. And so he had a really tough domestic situation, and he really stepped into an evolving world that was globalizing quickly and fought for peace and democracy across the entire globe.
Yeah, Joe, and like you said, really the list goes on and on. We could talk about his achievements really all morning long. But before you have to go, we want to just ask you, how do we continue the work that President Carter, his wife, his family, really they devoted their life to?
That's a really great question. And I think we're going to see a lot of information from the Carter Center over the next couple of days about how to both pay your respects, but then continue the work that he's done, whether it's charitable giving, whether it's showing up to build houses. He's no stranger to Maryland. He graduated from Annapolis, the Naval Academy, and he also came back and built houses in Annapolis through Habitat for Humanity in East Baltimore. So one thing I think President Carter would really encourage folks to do is get involved in their local community, find something you care deeply about, and throw yourself into it to make sure that you are giving service both to your community and to the broader America as well as the globe, because he was really a citizen of both Georgia, of America, but he saw himself as a global leader as well. And so I think the words to best sum it up, both he and Rosalind Carter, who he was married to for 77 years and nothing was achieved without her, are the words of Bill Clinton with Jimmy and Rosalind did more good things for more people in more places across the globe than perhaps any couple in history.
Yeah, Joe, when we look at his life, there's so much to learn just about the importance of service and giving back to others. We appreciate your time this morning. You dropped a lot of gems for us, so thank you so much. And
Thank
we're
you
going
for having me, and keep an eye out for the arrangements that'll be coming out soon.
Absolutely. We will do that, Joe. Thank you so much. And we're going to have much more on former President Carter's legacy throughout the morning, including more reactions from all across the world. We also have a full special report with an in-depth look at Carter's life and legacy that's streaming for you right now on demand on WUSA 9+.